Peace. So I've been offline for a while, not that it makes any difference. The vast majority of mankind cannot hear, cannot listen, cannot comprehend, have no light left in them, and those who pretend they have light in them don't know that they're in darkness and they think they're in light. Those that don't have any light are committing atrocities on the earth today, as I see it clearly. Left, right, center, back and forth. The Satans running around, pretending that they are gods, pretending that they're doing righteousness, proclaiming that they are our saviors. They are here to protect us and life itself. What most of you do not understand is that this life is a hoax. It is nothing but frivolity and play. It is sustenance of the deception that will end with your death. You can't prevent it. No matter how much you try, you will not prevent it. What you're doing today on the earth to prevent the death will only maybe extend your life for a few years longer. Even if you live 1,000 years, you will not prevent death, and you won't live 1,000 years. You won't get close to it. Our ancestors lived to 1,000 years. Know that. You laugh at it, but soon I will laugh at you as you laugh at me. Understand that. It's been 14, 15 years I've been saying this. Whatever I've been saying has been coming true. Year by year, day by day, month by month. And soon you will see the truth appear. And when that truth appears, and the command of God, then you will run for your lives. And then the life will be over. Because He ain't going to take any quarter. He ain't going to give any quarter. There will be no excuses that day. This day, there might be an excuse. You might want to turn. You might want to listen. Listen to the truth. I am bringing the truth. You people are liars when you stand against me. You don't understand this? How can one man be true and the rest be liars? Those who hold these books, open your books. O you, the Jews, O you, the Christians, O you that call yourselves Muslims and have no clue what a Muslim really is. Open your book and show me when the majority is right. Show me where the majority is right when the one man comes and says he's the truth. Show me where that is in the book, in the examples that you all have in front of you. Why don't you open them? Why don't you read in there? Yeah? How many people do you see telling the truth before all of mankind around them is destroyed suddenly at the end? Do you think God has changed His manners? Do you think God has left the park? Yeah? Do you think He's left you to your own devices forever? Do you think you will sustain yourselves here forever by making your delusions, by making your insane livelihoods, your insane societies, your insane thoughts, your insane social media and technology, your science, your technology that makes you so great, all these buildings you build, all these toys you make, your cars, your planes, all the war you create with all the machinery that is on the earth. Do you think this will help you? Do you think this is going to make you live forever? Do you think this will maintain your power over the earth forever? Do you think it will make you live perpetually here? Do you think that? Are you insane? Which man can proclaim that he's lived more than 150 years today? Can you bring me that man? Can you show me that man? So you think that you will now live forever. when not a single generation before you has lived forever. You only see their remnants and you marvel at their buildings they built and the monuments they constructed, and you try and mimic them with your own monuments. A waste of resource, a waste of time, a waste of effort, when you could easily live happily on this earth, which has gardens and springs and mountains and animals and birds and fish, abundance all over the place. But no, you want to become kings here. You want to live here forever, because you don't know that here is nothing and hereafter is forever. When will you wake up? How much more time do you need to understand the wretched leaders on the earth are taking you for a ride, the ride to hell? Yeah, I've been sent by God to tell you the truth. My job is not to make you believe. My job is not to force you to believe. My job is to tell you what to believe, because I know what is to believe. I know what is to know. You don't know jack when you stand against me. Understand that, You need to understand that. Do you comprehend? Are you figuring this out? Is your heart open? Because without that heart open, you cannot take this into yourself. If that heart is shut and sealed, then you will never hear. You will never see what I'm telling you, because you can only see and hear this through your heart. If you open your big thick heads, your eyes and your ears, and that big-headed intellect that you have, you open that to this, then you will mock me, like have mocked those from before me. Those before me mocked those before me, and those after me will mock those after me, like me. And in the end, it's all the same. You're destroyed. Can't you see that? Yeah, I'm talking specifically to you, O you the Jews, O you the Christians, and O you those who hold the Quran, because you are not Muslims. The vast majority of you have no clue what a Muslim is. And you will tell me that I don't know because you're in majority? Yeah? Do you think Jesus came and he said, oh no, I'm one and they are many, I must be wrong? Do you think Moses came and said that? Do you think Muhammad came and said that? Or Abraham? Yeah? How many do you think Abraham had with him? Yeah? Or Noah, the biggest of the examples, when all of the earth was put under water by God, and all of these were drowned, and only Noah and his progeny survived, and from his progeny his son did not. He's burning in hell. His woman is burning in hell. So understand, just because you're with the messenger or the prophet doesn't make you safe from your destination where you will be after you die, because it's up to you to save yourself. I'm not here to save you. Sure, God can save you with the words I speak, with His command, if you believe. If you don't believe, my words are not going to help you. They've never helped anyone before me. The same words spoken by countless messengers before me were never heeded. Never heeded until that command appeared of God. Then they all believed, every single one of them, and they left their nonsense behind. Yeah, but until then, they mocked the guy. And they said, what are you talking about? This is not going to happen. This is just delusion that you're telling us. Really? You have to wait for the death to come. You'll see who's deluded. Then you will see. Yeah, then I'll laugh over you. Trust me, like what you laugh over me here and mock me, I will mock you there and laugh over you, because God will allow me to do that there. I even mock you and laugh over you here because you're laughable. A lot that is laughable. Your insane frivolity, your light hearts, your hearts that love the entertainment and the distraction and the hastiness. Instead of using that for your benefit, you use it for your detriment, for your destruction. And these satanic pieces of garbage are using it to take you and drag you into the fire, and you are willingly lapping it up because it makes you feel so good. It makes you feel so good. Your desires are fulfilled instantly. Everything is instant for you here. Yeah, the death will also be instant when it happens. Don't worry about that. Try running from it. You think you will prevent death? Then try pushing it away from your fathers, from your grandfathers, or from yourself when it comes. Try and push it away. See what happens. Bring back the dead. Why don't you bring back the dead? The soul that is dead. Why don't you bring it back? You need to grow a small little heart there and listen to what I'm saying and warning you. Because what I'm warning you is about to come to full fruition, and the command of God is about to arrive. And when the day it arrives, you will not be able to stand up and say, I believe that day. Nobody's going to believe that day. Just like when you die and the death comes to you, you can't then say, I believe, or then say, I'm going to write, or tell God to send you back so you can do right what you did not. No, the term is finished. You will be dead, and you will be burning in the fire if you haven't done the simplest things God told you to do. Submit to Him, obey His messengers, believe with the angels, believe with His books, believe with the messengers without separating between any one of us from the beginning to the end, without separation. And the hereafter then, the life of the hereafter is where we're headed. There the perpetual life will exist. Your decision is, which state do you want to live that perpetual life in? Bliss or absolute destitution, i.e., the garden with springs and delights and everything you can imagine, and far more which I cannot imagine, neither can you, or the fire, absolute pain, suffering, destruction, forever. These things will last forever. This life will not. The life of the world is except play compared to the hereafter. The sustenance of the life of the world is little in the hereafter. So all that you have here will not benefit you. It will go away, and you know it. I mean, you know you're dying. The most of you who have any cognizance in their hearts, in their minds, they know they're dying. This life ain't going to go on forever. Everything around you points to death, yet you push it away, yet you run from it. You make yourselves into these fantastic beings of civility while your hearts are wretched. You're swearing and cursing in your hearts everything you don't like, but you say beautiful words from your mouth. What kind of hypocrites are you? Why don't you be truthful? Look inside. Because you can't see your heart, so obviously you can't see what's going on. And you're just NPCs, they call them today. Non-participating characters. Soulless beings is what I say you are. Because you've given your soul up to the Satan. You've submitted to the Satan's wiles. And now you will suffer unless you wake up and fight your way back to God, to make your way exclusive to God. Other than that, there's no way back. The only way is to hell other than that. So let's talk about this soul that you argue about. All you people, you argue about the existence of a soul. And this is the freaking thing that you always cannot get to the end of, that the soul, it's no proof soul doesn't exist. Okay, so what are you exactly? Soul doesn't exist. So are you this body that you're in? This body is all you got. That's what they've taught you. That's what science has taught you. Your beloved science. I'm a science denier, absolute science denier. The science that you have created from what you see with your eyes, and you make it into absolute garbage, absolute nonsense, instead of understanding what you see through the book of God. Then you'll understand the real science, because you got to understand what the book is saying to see what you're seeing and understand what you're seeing. If you just use your own stupid, big-headed intellects to understand what you see, you're going to get what you're getting, and you love it, so keep taking it. So let's look back to the soul. This body that you are in is not you. This body that I am in is not me. I am the soul. The soul is who I am, and the soul is who you are in the body you possess today. And the body I possess is the soul that my body possesses, is the body my soul is in right now. Yeah, I am the soul. I am not the body. The body does not own the soul. The soul owns the body because God gave the body to the soul and it inhabits the soul. She inhabits the soul. The soul is a she. We're all females at our core. All of us are female entities. The soul is a female, not a woman. There's a difference between a woman and a female. The soul is a female entity. It lives in this body. The body will perish. The body will die. The soul will taste the death. And then the soul, she will return to her Lord when it is time for the death in this life. It will come. So detach yourselves from this body. You are not this body. Trying to save this body will only bring you pain and suffering. Trying to maintain yourself well in this world, clean yourself, eat well, think well, do righteousness, do what is good, will maintain you in a good way till you die. It will not prevent your death. It will decay and die. Everything around you decays and dies. So detach yourselves from this body. The only thing in this body that you need to absolutely get a hold of is your heart. The heart is the conduit to all guidance. All these chakras, all these pineal glands, all this nonsense that the spiritualists will tell you, and all the nonsense they've invented over God comes down to naught, because they don't talk about the reality, which is the heart. The heart is the core of this body. The heart is the conduit to God and the conduit of guidance from God to every soul. Every soul has the ability to receive this guidance if the soul submits to God, accepts whatever's going on here, because everything is by God's design, obviously, the good and the evil, the Satans and the messengers, the angels and the spirit, the heavens and the earths, all the creatures upon it are by design of God. The design is to try us. We're in a trial. We got to understand this is a trial because of a kerfuffle that happened before this creation. Before this creation, we were alive as well once. We have forgotten, most of us. This is our second creation. This is the trial because Adam asked his Lord to forgive us. That's why we have a second trial. Yeah, this is your second chance to redeem yourselves. We are all fallen. When the Christians say we are all fallen, they're true. We are all fallen and we need to rise back to God, to return to God. And that will only happen if you realize this life is a complete bunch of nonsense. The only thing that matters is to connect to God and get guidance from God. And the guidance conduit is the heart. But without the knowledge of the Quran, your guidance will be flawed. You will fall to this world because you cannot see the hereafter very clearly. It's not seen clearly by just the knowledge, the wisdom, whatever righteousness is in your soul. You cannot see that with that clearly because the knowledge isn't there. You have to know these books. And the only book that guides directly to that knowledge is the Quran, then the Torah, and finally the Bible as well. Having said that, the Torah is being hidden from us. The Bible has been maliciously maligned and changed in a way that it makes those who follow the Bible make equals to God by calling Jesus Son of God and by calling Jesus God and by calling themselves sons of God. I mean, that is the most enormous lie that I can imagine being invented. But, it's Satan. He is the inventor of all lies. He is the first lie that you can imagine, the biggest lie, and he calls you to his group, to his society, which will go to hell. You follow the Satan, you will go to hell. So understand what the soul is. Detached from this body. Detached from this body, the body cannot be saved. You are here to save your soul. The salvation is of the soul, not the body, not this world. This world will end. This heaven above us and the earth under our feet will be destroyed completely. I promise you that. I won't be witnessing that, hopefully, and most of you, if not all of you, will not witness that either. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's going to happen one day. And after that, we will all be resurrected. We will be resurrected. There's not going to be any spiritual life up there. We will be brought out in bodies again. With the day of the resurrection, the day of the account, the day we stand to God, we will be brought out from this earth after it is dust. And the dawn will be with the light of our Lord that day. The fluid will come down from above us, and we will all rise out of this earth, all of mankind. All of us, from Adam beginning to the last man that will die, we will all rise again, and we will march to God, and all will be judged for what we have believed and what we have done on this earth in the life of this world. Then, after the judgment, you will go to the hellfire or you will go to the garden. This is what's going to happen. It's my place to deliver the message. This is the message. Understand it. So, with that, the final word is save your soul. Turn to God. Be sincere to Him. Submit to Him. Make your way exclusively to God. And do what is right, which is written in these books. And turn away from your wickedness. And turn to your piousness. Peace.